Hi, this is Dave, and I wanted to do a quick YouTube video on the Arduino Uno and some of the things I've learned from that, and how to take the Arduino Uno and take the ATMega328 chip made by Atmel, take that off of the Arduino Uno and use it as a product by itself. So here I wanted to show you what I've done to create that. So what I've got here is a Evil Mad Scientist ISP Shield 2.0, and this will turn the Arduino into a ISP programmer, so you can program chips off of the Arduino. As you can see here, the Arduino website has other ideas on how to do this without the Evil Mad Scientist. You can wire up a bunch of you can wire up a breadboard to do this, but this makes it pretty easy, and you don't have to pop the chip on and off of the breadboard. You can take it on and off pretty easy with that. And so this board, the Evil Mad Scientist, Evil Mad Science website sells you the bare bones board. You have to solder on these resistors and the LEDs and other things. So this is a board that's been soldered. I put the capacitor on there as recommended for the Arduino Uno. And so this is what we're going to use. And what we're going to create is a water sensor. So when the sensor detects water, it's going to light an LED. And I'm going to show you how to measure how much power this whole little device is using. And all it's going to be is these 3 AAA batteries, the water sensor, the ATmega chip, some wires, a little breadboard, the resistor, 150 ohm resistor, and an LED, red LED. So let's get started. What I did is here's some of the ATtiny chips that are a few dollars. Here's the ATmega85 that has a few more pins on it, and here's the standard ATmega328 that you can get for a few dollars. The thing about these chips is that they don't have the Arduino code on them, so unless you get them from SparkFun or Adafruit, they come empty chips, and you need to put the bootloader on them. So the bootloader that comes like with this Arduino Uno. So what we'll do first of all is we will burn the bootloader on, and I'll show you how to do that. So let me take the chip off, and I will put the chip in here. And so what I'm going to do is use just the ATmega328, and you'll see on several websites that they talk about using a 16 megahertz crystal. You can also program the chip without the 16 megahertz crystal, and that's one less part you need externally. To do that, you have to add something to your Arduino IDE software, and you can go on the Arduino website and look for this from Arduino to a microcontroller on a breadboard. This describes how to do this, and they have a link down here to breadboard.zip. And when you add those files to your Arduino software, you will see ATmega328 on a breadboard, 8 megahertz internal clock. So that's what we need to burn the initial Arduino bootloader code on an empty chip. So what we do is we go back here to our Arduino IDE, and let's verify our serial port, COM18. We are going to select the Arduino ATmega down here on the bottom, the ATmega328 on a breadboard, 8 megahertz internal clock. And our programmer is Arduino as an ISP. And then all you do is click Burn Bootloader. So that takes a minute, so I'm not going to go through that process, because all you have to do that is once. Once that bootloader is on the chip, then it acts like an Arduino Uno, or whatever the Arduino bootloader is now on the chip for good, and we can upload sketches to it. So the next part of this is to make a sketch that will work with this water sensor. The water sensor basically has a power input, a ground, and a signal line. And what I've got here is the three are wired up, and I've created a sketch that uses the LED pin for power is going to be pin 4. The signal pin to read the water sensor is pin 2, and you can see this very simple sketch will go through and check if there's water every second, and we'll turn the LED on or turn the LED off if there's water or no water. So let's burn that sketch to our chip on the Evil Mad Science ISP bootloader. So what we do is we select Arduino Uno now as our board, and to burn that sketch on, what I do is I hit the shift key instead of just clicking the upload. I'll hit the shift and upload, and it'll say upload using the programmer. And then as you can see, the board will start lighting up, showing that it's uploading that sketch to the board here. So we're done uploading, so now we can take the chip out and we can put that into the board. And one of the other things I wanted to show you is how to tell how much power your device is using. So what I've got here is an ohm meter set for DC amps, and I set it for 20 milliamps, and I've got the power running from the power to the battery, and I've got the negative going into the power. So basically the power is going from the battery into the ohm meter and out, and so that's the way it measures the power of the device. And so what I've done here is I've got the power coming in to the AVCC, and what I did is I downloaded a sheet of these. I believe it was on the Adafruit. There's a PDF document that you can get, and it's a nice pinout to show you how the pinout works, the Arduino pinout on these chips. So you can cut that out and paste it onto the chip. So what you have to do is I've run the power to the AVCC, and I've also run that to the V plus power over here, and I've gone from ground on this side to ground on this side. That's underneath the breadboard there. So I've got power going into the AVCC, and I've got the negative going into the battery, and then I've got my my sketch has these pins that it's using to measure. So let's check it out. Let's see if I can get some water here. Say a water leak in a house and you want lights to come on, or if there's a water leak somewhere, we have lights, an LED light coming on. And if there's no water, let's dry it off. And every second it should be reading that and going off. So there's a very simple way of separating the ATmega chip from the Arduino Uno, running it on batteries, and doing things like motion sensing or water detecting or door sensors or other devices. Anything you want to do with batteries without the Arduino Uno board. So hope that helps. Good luck.